Good morning. So this morning we're at Courthouse Hill, the monument site here, and it's actually quite beautiful views. And there was a courthouse here. It was erected in 1866 and it was destroyed in 1954. But this is the topographically significant site. And it says, on a clear day, 5 Nova Scotia counties are visible from this site. They are Hants, Kings, Colchester, Cumberland, and Pictou. So they have these little footprints on the ground. Like here's Kings off that way, Cumberland, and then they have Colchester out that way, and finally Pictou. But some beautiful views, and the fall colors are, all the trees are changing. Alright, so here's a view of the Bay of Fundy, and here's a little lighthouse on the trail down. It's about a half a kilometer walk or so down to the ocean floor, and there's some cottages right here. I think they're called the Shangri-La cottages, and you can rent and stay here. This beautiful scenery. Okay, so we made it to Burntcoat Head, Nova Scotia on the Bay of Fundy. And this is basically Nova Scotia's version of Hopewell Rocks. So we're down here. Here's the ocean coming in. This tide, it will go all the way up to these hills here. And here's some of the flower pot rocks that we've seen in New Brunswick before. I think this is just a little lesser known than Hopewell. But there's no admission charge to come here. It's completely free. You can walk along the ocean floor, look at the Bay of Fundy. It's quite a beautiful spot, actually. All right, maybe we'll go down a little closer to the water. Check some of this out. It's a little slippery, so might want to wear good footwear when you come here, since this is technically the ocean floor. All right, now we're down a little closer to the water, and as you can see, the ground is just covered in seaweed and stuff. It's almost like being on another planet. All right, so I just want to show you this little inlet here, and it is stunning. You can see all the erosion, and it's just covered in this silky green sort of moss, seaweed. I don't know, I've never seen seaweed like this. It's like a silky green carpet, and it is very cool in here. It's a little slippery. The ground is uneven and slick and wet, but definitely worth it to come and check this out, considering it's absolutely free, and it's quite impressive. All right, so I wanted to give you an idea of just how the world's largest tides are. And you can see there's the water down here, and it's going to come all the way up here, and here's the shore, the land, and it will go up here. So it's quite impressive. It takes hours. I think low tide is, the lowest is around 7 in the morning, and then around 3 o'clock in the afternoon I think you're at the highest, approximately, but quite a distance, quite an amount of water. So that's why they say head back to the parking lot area 3 hours before the end, because you don't want to get stuck in a cove way down there and have to wait for the tide to drop again. All right, and as you'll see, they actually have a little staircase cut into the rock here, which is convenient for getting in and out of here because it is a little slick. We're still in Walton, Nova Scotia. I just wanted to give you a little quick view of this area. We just stopped at the lighthouse just up past this silo or whatever that is, but it's a nice little area. There's this little bridge, and then there's this side. Okay, so we're here in Cheverie, Nova Scotia, at the salt marsh. We'll go down there in a second, but they have this cool thing called the camera Obscura. We'll just take a little walk. Apparently it only lets light in at one point, so it gives you like the pinhole effect. Anyways, we'll see. Here's the inside. Oh yeah, okay. You can open the door. And I guess that's it. Blocks out all the light. Oh, I see. It probably doesn't show up, but it actually, you can view the salt marsh and the road from the pinhole. Just kind of interesting to find out here in Cheverie, Nova Scotia. So yeah, there's like it's almost like a little periscope. So you go in here, you look up, and then you see the view out there. All right, let's go check out this salt marsh for a quick second, and then we'll get moving. All right, so we're over at the shore here. You can see the tide is out, and they have a little trail that you can sort of walk along. It's quite nice scenery. And then the salt marsh goes back here, which you can see, and there's a trail that goes up that way by the camera Obscura, which is just over across the street. So yeah, there's a whole salt marsh trail, and then on this side you can come and walk along the ocean floor.